Hey class, welcome to week 9 of COMM 317. During this week we have a little bit shorter of a lecture. We're only going to be going over one chapter and you don't have anything due for this week. So we'll be fairly a quick lesson, but nonetheless something that will be very informative. I do want to go over our syllabus though before we dive into our lecture for today on chapter 7. So if we scroll down, you can see that coming up, we have a few more chapters we're going to review. Right now we're in week 9. Next week we will review chapter 8, and then the following week we will review our final 2 chapters of the book. And you will also complete your discussion form, number 2. I will have your first discussion form hopefully graded by the end of this week. This way you can see what you did well or what you need to work on. But if you completed everything on time, met the minimum requirements, then you should be just fine with your grade, nothing to worry about. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at chapter 7 for today. Again, fairly short chapter. It really just talks about the ABCs of witty, intelligent writing. This is something that you need to consider whenever you are in media planning. It's always good to have an understanding of, what kind of writing is going to really connect with customers, with clients, and that's something you need to kind of have a good foundational experience of. And you can't really study something like this. This is something that just comes with experience and, being in the workplace and creating these media plans where you learn how to write a little bit better. So make good writing a passion. Now I do understand writing isn't something that many of us like to do, but it is something that will help us in our careers, especially with something in media planning. Start making it a passion. Start writing short stories or write in a journal, something where you can really gain momentum in writing, because just like anything in life where you practice it quite a bit, you'll get better at it. It's almost like running a marathon. You can't just wake up tomorrow and say, I'm going to run a marathon today. This is something that starts with training. First you run a 5K, you get good at that, you run a 10K, then a half marathon, and then you work on running a whole marathon. It's something that takes time, just like writing. But good business writing skills are in top demand, and I can attest to that. I actually teach a business writing course at another university, and it's something that we focus on to prepare students for the workplace, because whether you're writing an email, a letter, or a memo to a coworker, a client, or your boss, your writing skills are going to be viewed by these people. Management experience requires strong writing skills. So if you're ever trying to move up in a corporate ladder, you have to have strong writing skills in order to communicate with your coworkers or clients. Every important business decision is driven by words. So don't forget that the way you write something is how it's going to be perceived by someone else. Whether you're writing something that might be persuasive or negative or positive, there are different ways on how you want to write something. So, again, this isn't something where we talk about in this class on how to get good at writing. But at the same time, if you find yourself, having some extra time, you want to learn more about it, pick up a business writing book, start reading it, see what you can do to improve your writing skills. Quality writing can sell or kill your plan, so a brilliant media strategy is totally wasted unless it's communicated with brilliance. Again, the way you communicate words is what is going to make you be successful at what you're doing and how the client views it. Again, your client has to get it. And when you're pitching a media plan to your client, you need to communicate with precise wording, witty wording, brilliant thoughts put together where your client can say, wow, that is something that is going to work with me. So keep in mind how quality writing can sell or kill your plan. So for a class activity, this is something if you want to increase your writing, increase your performance in writing, just something that can help you. This isn't something that you have to turn in, but it's more for practice. Pick one of the do's and don'ts listed in chapter 7 between pages 44 and 45. Take a couple minutes to think about why this is important. Now, usually we'll go around the class and see what other students shared, but since this is an online class and it's asynchronous, it will be a little bit difficult to do that. So, just take a couple minutes, read through that, pick one of the do's and don'ts, and just think about why this do and why this don't is important. I would recommend reading through all of them. This will give you a better idea and help preparing you for media planning writing. So again, chapter 7 is an extremely short chapter. Hopefully you did read it, you went over it. During this week, uh, get caught up on anything you may not have turned in, or if you need more time for something, work on your individual project. And then next week we will go over chapter 8. So again, if you guys have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to reach out to me. All my contact information is up here. Feel free to email me. You could text me or even call me. Uh, so again, feel free to reach out with no hesitation, as I'm here to help you guys. Thanks so much, guys, and good luck to you this week.